Good morning, YouTube. Amy's Bro here with another video. But this one's going to be an interesting one because I'm going to give the person credit for this video topic, even though they don't know that I was going to make the video. I was in a live stream. Well, actually, it wasn't even a live stream. I think I was watching a video from Corn Shack, and somebody asked him if he knew about certain animes or whatever. Well, they've also been a live stream. And he mentioned that he's gotten out of anime for the most part. Which got me to thinking, can you really get out of a hobby? I mean, I guess you could, in theory, but can you really do it? Can you just completely give up on it? Or do you take an extended break from it? Think about that. Now, when I ask this question, what do I mean? Well, a lot of you know three of my big hobbies are gaming, anime, music, especially Asian music, Korean music, Japanese music, and so forth. Well, over the years, and I'm not going to bore you with the entire life story, but over the years, I haven't ever gotten out of any of those hobbies. I've taken breaks from them when I've started to feel burnt out from them. But I've never ever said, I'm done with it. Okay? It's happened with anime. Well, what happened with anime when I was younger is because I didn't have any form of cash flow of any kind. Same thing with gaming for the most part. Music, kind of same thing. Also, back then, I was really into like one band, and that was Genesis. But what happened was, well, let's talk about gaming. Over the years, from 1987 to present, the gaming scene has gotten significantly worse for me. And I'm hoping May 27th, when Watch Dogs comes out, things change. But gaming, for the most part, and the gaming community in many respects, has worsened to the point where I don't want to say I've given up on the gaming hobby, but there's parts of it that I've never liked. And I want to say this also, and this isn't directed necessarily at people in the gaming community, it's more also directed to the gaming companies. You expect people to pay $60 for a video game. Okay? You expect sometimes also people to pay $50 for a season pass. So you're expecting people to sometimes pay $110 to get the full experience out of a game, right? For about $110, I could probably get, actually I can prove this, I can get at least 4 CDs, maybe 1 full and 3 singles, but still I can get 4 CDs from CD Japan, even with paying the exorbitant shipping. I could get like 2 or 3 CDs off of Amazon, or at least 2 series of animes from that same website. Do you see what I'm saying? See, people want to tell you that gaming is more affordable now than it ever has been. In theory, yes. In practice, no. See, in the old days of anime, I'm going to give you a brief history lesson. When I first really getting into the hobby and starting to pick up DVDs and series, first off, a complete series back then cost you at least $70 to $100, and that's if the series that was being sold didn't have an exorbitant price. I remember a complete series of Gundam Wing went for like $150. And don't get me started about the three series, or the three sagas from Revolutionary Lieutenant back in the day. Each one of those was at least $100. I'm not joking either. Gaming back then was about $40 to $50, which was good. And CDs still cost you about $20. Now, you can still get CDs for a pretty decent price on Amazon. And I'm not even just talking about domestic CDs, I'm talking about the imports. You can still get them for a decent price, even if you have to go through CD Japan. Yes, the FedEx shipping might kill you a little bit. That's usually how I do it. But you can get them for a good price. Okay? And the price of complete series now for animes, unless you're getting like a collector's edition, have dropped significantly. Now, people could say, well, it's because the DVD and the Blu-ray have really waned in popularity because people now stream animes or stream their TV shows. But there's still people that want the physical copies. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is people that want the series they want their Death Note, they want their Black Butler, they want their Gundam Wing, they want their Carnival, they want their Brothers Conflict, whatever. They pop on Amazon, they find it for a good price, they go and they buy it. Now granted, it takes a couple of days for them to get there, but they buy it because they want the physical release in their towers. That's just the way it works. See, gaming nowadays, this is legitimately the way it is. You got your game, which is $60. This is now we're doing the regular edition. You got your game, which is $60. You got your season pass, which is probably $30 to $50. So you're probably paying between $90 to $110, and that's not even counting if you bought the fucking special editions that are $70, $100, $150, $200. You know, it's like, is gaming really that affordable? On Steam, maybe, because Steam and the Humble store, you can get games for a pretty sweet discount. I got a Pool Nation game for $1.25, for God's sakes. Okay? There's a game that's on there called DLC Quest, appropriately enough, that's like $1 right now, I think. But the point is, excuse me, PC gaming may be probably the most affordable way to game. But what if you're not a PC gamer? What if you're the person that only wants to play on the consoles? Well, then you're paying a $60 price tag for a game. $60! Do you remember the days when you paid like $50 or sometimes less than that, especially when you went down to Funko Land and you paid maybe $12 for a loose cart? Remember those days? Now, unfortunately, because of the way forums and eBay are, people jack the prices up so that they can line their pockets. It's not about the enjoyment of the fucking game. It's about how greedy they can be. That's what the fuck it is. And I'm not even apologizing for language because this is the way I feel. You know, people could say, well, you can buy the import CD off of Amazon, but you're probably waiting a while. Maybe, but I can tell you from experience, I've got mine in maybe about a week. A week to 10 days usually from those sellers. Because every one of those sellers that I've gotten from Japan, I've never had an issue with. I'm serious. Every single one of them has done right by me. If I've had any issues, it was with a domestic seller. No joke. My point with all this is, and I apologize for getting on that rant, but my point is, can you really get out of a hobby? I don't think so. I think here's what happens. People are in a hobby for so long, they get burnt. They get burnt out for a bit. The hobbies, to them, going on downhill because of how long they've been in it. I've been in anime for 17, not completely solid, but I've been a fan of the genre of Japanese anime for 17 years. I've been a fan of gaming my whole entire life, for about 27 years. Do you see what I'm saying? I've been a fan of music for 27 years. Music, it took me going to Japan and Korea to find, to get my mojo back, if you will. When it came to anime, it took a little bit longer because I had taken at times extended breaks and I wasn't really following the series like I should. Now I'm playing fucking catch up and I got a backlog so big it's not even funny. But my point is that I didn't get out of anime. I didn't get out of gaming. I didn't get out of music. I took breaks. And when it came to music, what helped me reignite my passion, listening to a group called the Versailles Philharmonic Quintet, whose lead singer is a guy named Komagio. And that brought me into Lorraine, brought me into Perfume, brought me into The Gazette, brought me into Darengre, brought me into Megamaso. Do you see where I'm going with this? Then you have, then you have sites like Crunchyroll, which brought me into Orimo, which brought me into 07 Ghost, 11 Eyes, A Bridge Over Starry Skies, now Kuroko's Basketball. And then of course you got the other series like Black Butler, Death Note, and Brothers Conflict. Also, I almost forgot Diabolic Lovers. And, like I said, now we're doing Kuroko's Basketball. We're doing a whole bunch of different series now. Because anime has become probably, almost without question, more affordable than gaming really is. Music, in many respects, is more affordable than gaming is, especially on the import scene. You can realistically probably get, if you wanted to, 2 CDs from CD Japan for close to the same price you can buy one fucking PS4 game, or you could probably get 2 or 3 anime series complete for the same price you're paying for an Xbox One or PS4 game. Hell, even a Wii game, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a couple questions. 1, do you think it is really possible for someone to get out of a hobby, be it gaming, anime, or music, whatever? 2, do you think that gaming is more affordable now more than ever? Or do you think it's the other hobbies like I mentioned? Because I firmly believe now more than ever, the problem with gaming is that it's gotten kind of expensive over the years. I mean, yes, Microsoft recently announced they're going to be dropping the price of their Xbox One to $400. Okay? But let's be fair. $400 or $500, even for the PS4 with the lack of games right now, that's kind of a tough pill, man. Trust me, as someone who goes to a GameStop almost every week and stares at the PS4 and Xbox One section, it kind of makes me nauseous a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But my question to you, what say you, my friends? What do you think? You think I'm off my complete rocker, or do you think there's some validity to what I said? Let me know what you think in the comments. Even a video response would be nice. Y'all have a good night. I will talk to you all later. Take care, friends.